Got the Gravedigger in the house. Taylor 50 GT. We're at a cool spot, a lot of wide open area. We do have some neighbors around. Hopefully they like the sound of the brap. I do have the speed gearing in this truck. If you haven't seen the last video, go check it out. This thing hauls. If you don't want to, then you'll see it in this video. And I know RC Sparks has a faster Raminator because he put electrics in it, but in my opinion, I'm not going to compare this truck to that because this is for realism. A real monster truck should sound like a real monster truck. It should be loud like a real monster truck. It should be gas. This car's electric doesn't make any sense to me. Not to offend anybody or step on toes, it just doesn't. This thing needs to be gas. That's my opinion. That's all I'm going to say. Let's rip it. Insane, like pure Monster Jam. This thing is incredible. Unfortunately, I lost traction there at the end and rolled it, guys. And with 100 pounds flipping around, something's bound to break. I got lucky this time. The wheel came off and it snapped here inside the wheel insert. You can see the metal in here in the hub. It just broke off. So that's not a big issue. I do have other tires and spare wheels, but just the wheel itself is like 15-20 bucks. So nothing wrong with the tire. I just take these bead locks off, pop the wheel out, and boom, do that. I've looked the truck over pretty good. These Raminators are built solid, y'all. I don't know if you remember last year when I sent my other Raminator off the death ramp and it actually survived it. These things can take a licking. I want to show you what did happen. I have one of these screws kind of back out on the steering link. It looks like I bent the screw just slightly because it wasn't screwed in all the way. So that's easy. I'll take that screw out and just replace it. And everything else looks good. On the servo, these screws loosened up, so they're just sliding around. But that's not a big deal. I can just tighten those back up and we're good to go. And, oh, something in the drivetrain broke here. It's either a diff cup that snapped off, but you can see how that wheel's spinning freely. And that's a common break for me with this truck. I've seen this lots of times, even under normal running, just because the Taylor 50 GT has so much power that it actually snaps the diff. So I know there's some mods I can do, and I need to look up what to do to tighten up these screws. And I probably need to put in some Taylor diff cups, which I have, by the way. Check out Taylor RC. He makes some titanium diff upgrades, and now's a good time to throw them in there. So we're going to do that. And other than that, y'all, the truck's perfectly fine. The saddest part about it is the beautiful body is getting scratched up. It's getting beat up. and it's definitely not a show truck shelf queen, but I bought this thing with the mindset of being kind of shelf queen, but then I thought, nah, screw it, I'm gonna run this thing. You know, I spend this much money on something, I'm definitely running it. Here we are back at the shop. Went ahead and took the front axle off because the wheel was spinning freely, and I'll show y'all. This is a common brake in this truck. So right there on the differential, the drive cup just snapped. If you see that, there it is. Snapped it clean off. Just like that. Not a big deal. It's an easy fix. This one here is good still. I noticed some of these screws have loosened up. Feels like I lost some oil in there, so it's a good thing I took this out. The ring gears look good. The crown gear looks good. Axles are fine. Y'all, the truck is in great shape. I don't have any other issues at all. No brakes on the axles, shocks, anything. And the body, not as bad as I thought. Yeah, I've got some scuffs here, as you can see, but it still looks great. I'm very happy with that. And this body really did a good job with the roll cage, keeping everything together, and the crash. Awesome. So I'm going to pull this off and we're going to look at it. So there's inside the differential. I'm going to have to push that out. Boom. There's your diff. So the diff cup just screws into the crown gear right there, as you can see. So I'm going to take that piece out. There it is. Voila. That's what broke, guys. Common brake with the Taylor 50 GT. See that? I'm going to put some Taylor RC ones in there. Should fix it right up. So we're going to have this beast up and running before you know it, and it's going to be ripping again. As always, thank you so much for watching. You know what to do. Peace out.